What is up, YouTube? Slacker here with a very scary looking three-dimensional graph for you guys. Wanted to do a topic on general game theory, and I figured what better place to start with than with something that we all do on any given turn and should be considered a critical part of any given deck that we're building: the probability of drawing a certain card at any given time. So what I've constructed and pulled up here in a three-dimensional graph format is a incredibly, stupidly theoretical, insanely theoretical formula based on the probability of drawing any given card at any certain time. The reason why it has to be three-dimensional is because there are three factors that you need to account for the formula: the probability of drawing the card, which is shown here on the z-axis, the number of cards in the deck, and the number of copies of cards you've used in the deck, represented by this 60 here. This is actually number of copies of cards used out of the deck up to 60, since you can have up to 60 cards in the deck. If you're playing a 40 card deck, you can modify this to 40, so that it only shows using up to 40 cards. But since a 60 card deck is viable, Bully Break did it, I figured I'd account for that. And you gotta remember though, this is the number of copies used out of the deck. Or total number of cards, used out of the deck. Altogether. Everything that's been used out of the deck so far. Whether it be in your hand, in your graveyard, or on the field. But it's not in the deck. Then you have the number of copies left in the deck. Up to 3, since you can have up to 3 copies per card. If you're talking about a 1 of, then this goes to 1 and the whole graph changes. If you're talking about a 2 of, or you're only playing 2, same thing. But either way, there's that. And this is actually the number of copies used out of the deck. So see, that's why this slopes to 0, or 0 probability. And why, as you use cards out of the deck here on this axis, the probability of drawing a certain card goes up, right up until it's the last card left, and then it goes to 0, which is what this weird looking hangy thing is. But that's basically the general idea. So as you look at it, you can see that there are several relationships. The more copies of a card you run on the deck, granted, the more your better chances of it drawing. But then it's almost exponential. Well, it is exponential, the relationship between the number of copies used versus the chances of being able to draw it. And then at any given point, assuming you have all 3 copies left in the deck, and you're using cards, then your chances are exponentially increasing. Every turn, you have that much better chance of drawing that one card, be it the MST you need to pop the vanities, or cards that you don't want to draw late game. Say Shadal, what was it? The one that sends the 2 Shadal monsters that I should know, but Sinister Shadow games, be it Sinister Shadow games, late game, anything like that, that you don't want to draw. This shows the probability of the chances of you drawing it over something useful. And all in all, it's a great formula to use, run things through. If you're playing casually and you just want to laugh and have a good laugh, you can pull out the formula and try it. The formula is probability equals total copies of the cards used in the deck, in this case the 3, minus number of copies used, the x, divided by total number of cards in the deck, in this case 60, altogether, this is altogether, minus the total number of cards used. If you're playing a 40 card deck, you can just go 40 minus y would be the proper form, but since I'm assuming 60 card deck, because that's the max you can play, we're using 60 for this. And then multiply it by 100. The multiply by 100 is very important, because otherwise it comes out and it's not a percentage. But yeah, that's been general game theory. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if this helps you. If it doesn't, if the formula's off, if I need to change something, anything like that. And I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out.